Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on Profiles and Eccentricity, we discovered the tale of Juan Pajol Garcia, a double agent who duped the Nazis with 27 fake spies he created, all reporting a mixture of truth and lies. On New Player Has Joined, Keith and Jesse discuss Grand Theft Auto 5 and continue to release daily updates from quarantine. On Y'all Ever, Dave Ross and Hampton Yount discuss the temptations of dating and breaking quarantine. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for a full list of our shows, with hosts including Quinta Brunson, Jackie Johnson, and many others. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show, and remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Starburns Audio.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arm and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits, the funny hits, and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Trussell.
Duncan Trussel, welcome to town, my friend.
Hello, glad to be here. Grew up here.
You grew up in Dumb People Town?
Good to see y'all.
Where did you grow up again?
I don't want to insult where I grew up. I grew up in Hendersonville, North Carolina.
So that's,
and
yeah.
I wouldn't call it a dumb person town any more than any other town, which are all dumb people town.
That's right.
So what's up, y'all? How's it going, man? How comforting to get to see your beautiful faces during a pandemic.
Amen. Amen. It's so good to talk to you. We've been wanting you on this show for a long time.
Agreed. It just took a global pandemic to make it happen.
It took a pandemic to make it happen, but we've been wanting you on because Jay and I, first of all, have been sort of loving your trajectory and your career and just watching you sort of come into your own as a very thoughtful, very interestingly taked person. You have such an interesting take on the world. And
thanks.
We believe that the world's getting dumber. I don't know if you even believe that, have subscribed to that, or feel like dumber's getting louder. But that's what we see, and so we just try and understand it in a weird way with this show.
Oh yeah, that's actually backed up. That is in Hinduism, the term for the age we're in. Have you heard this? Is Kali Yuga, and this is the final age. In a lot of world mythologies, this is considered the final age, and essentially, one of the qualities of the age is a diminishing of human intelligence. And one of the examples given for that is this entire just volumes of scripture called the Vedas used to be recited. Mm-hmm. And these are like books, like the size of books.
Yeah.
They would sing them and they would go on and on for hours and hours and hours. Also, to put it in a more mundane perspective, do you remember high school when like you had like 20 phone numbers memorized? That wasn't a big deal. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now you can't do it. There's no, I don't bet you couldn't even do like 3 of your friends'
Do either one
numbers.
of you know do either one of you scholars,
Fuck
do you
no.
know your wife's cell phone number by heart?
Yes,
I do.
That I know. But Dan, who is our partner in crime,
for the last 7 years.
7 years, and we talk to him all the time. I can't tell you his number.
Yeah, I don't know your phone number either.
He had to tell me the number to tell you to call in just now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. We, it's tech. What is it? What's your theory on this? Is it technology? Is it fluoride? Is it 5G, 4G, 3G?
Well, if it's 5G, hang on a second. If it's 5G, now we're into Woody Harrelson territory. But it might be. I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know. None of it's proven. I think technology has a lot to do with it.
Well, it's like glasses, man. You start to get glasses, and then your eyes, which are not great to begin with, start to get worse. Then you got to get a stronger prescription, then a stronger prescription. Then you start leaning on the crutch, and you don't learn how to walk on your own. Either Either way, we know the world's getting dumber. We have amazing stories sent to us by our brilliant dumb ears on the ground.
And we just try and figure them out. So should we jump our dumb boots on the ground? Should we jump into one? You ready to jump into one with us?
Yeah. Did you say your dumb boots?
Dumb boots on the ground.
Yeah.
They're out there. They work hard.
They work
Okay,
hard,
let's
man.
hit it.
These are our townie friends.
Very meandering. They don't walk in uniform, but they work hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This was sent in by Jake Groney at Jake Groney. Thank you so much, buddy. Anybody can send me stories. If you see something dumb in your neck of the woods or anywhere that the internet connects you to, go to at Daniel Van Kirk, #DumbPeopleTown. That's what you got to put
On
into the
Twitter.
tweet and send it to me. Duncan, by the way, big plug. We'll do them later, but your Twitter account is refreshing.
Fantastic.
So great, man. We'll plug it later.
Here we
Thank
go.
you.
This comes from the PJ Star, which I believe stands for Peoria Journal Star.
Okay,
West
Illinois.
Peoria, yes. A pulled over motorist would not stop dancing even while undergoing field sobriety test and later exposed herself to police.
Now,
That's a home run. That's you touching all the bases.
is she just having fun? Are we squashing fun here, Duncan?
Well, she was having fun until the cops ruined it.
No, that's just, I mean, that's okay. I'm going to assume this person doesn't have some mental illness or something like that.
They would not
Let's
do,
just
we wouldn't
say
do
this
that
is-
story. Yeah, we don't do stories of
Okay.
mental illness.
I'm
right
sure you did a big background check on this.
100%.
So 100%. So this is dumb. I mean, this is dumb. Okay. For one, it sounds like, I think I could say just having fun. I could even almost twist reality enough to think maybe some kind of mystical person who
That'd be
is so
great.
in
That'd be
contact.
great. That'd be great.
You know, like she's dancing in the joy of life up until she pulls her pussy out.
Yeah,
Now
that's-
we're just like,
now we're in a different thing.
Right.
What are you doing?
yes.
And think of the cop. You know, I bet this is the end of his shift.
Yep.
He's about to go home.
Yep.
Nothing has happened. And suddenly you've got to like handcuff this dancing lunatic
Yep.
with her vagina hanging
That's how
out.
she gets her
Ah.
chakra out.
Dude, she is dancing in the moonlight did something to her.
It
Yeah.
did, or this is a woman who's like, let me see how far I could put. So I haven't seen a photo of her. And Dan, are we going to see a photo of her?
No, we will
Okay,
not.
so we won't see a photo of her. So if she's an extremely attractive person, then she is saying to herself, how far can I use my sexuality to get what I need?
Or the alcohol makes her
Wow.
think she is an extremely attractive
Yeah,
person.
alcohol
Either way,
can make you think you are more attractive
Either way,
than you are.
win-win.
That happens.
at 120,
I guess so, man. That's crazy to imagine that somebody thinks.
they can sex their way
How
out of
often
it.
does that happen to cops?
I know.
Probably a
That
lot.
probably happens a lot.
Probably a lot. Women are like, I don't want this ticket. I don't want to go to
And
jail.
dudes,
Let me just.
I use my sex all the time to get out of stuff, dude.
Do you?
Yeah, look at me.
Dan, I buy that. I buy that.
All
Do
right.
you think that the implication is that okay, it could be that has worked for her before?
Yes.
Sure.
You know-
yes.
Sure.
That
Sure.
might mean that she does that, like does the dance, then get naked thing whenever she gets pulled over. She could have been taught that by somebody.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She could have that might be how she gets extra hot sauce packets at Taco Bell.
It could be how she warms up her crystals. At 1:28 a.m. Saturday, a
What, she
Peoria.
got cold crystals?
She got cold,
got cold
crystals.
crystals.
You gotta warm those up, Duncan. You can't keep them
Don't
cold.
you hate it when you do first thing in the morning when your crystals are too cold?
They
Yes.
don't work until they're warmed up, my
Yeah,
friend.
you got to warm them up.
A Peoria County Sheriff's deputy pulled over a driver ignoring a stop sign, which I hope it just means her she thought it was trying to talk to her, on North Pearson Avenue before turning east onto West Nebraska Avenue. They want you to know exactly where this happened.
is
The
where it is.
driver from Peoria handed over her license, saying she believed to have been driving properly, but the deputy had suspicions of further wrongdoing. I love that. You know, when you're a cop and you walk up to somebody, they're like, I wasn't doing a damn thing. You're like, okay, well, then never mind. Go on. Go on about your night.
Yeah.
I wasn't even going to ask you, but now that you're
See you
denying
later.
something, anytime you deny something that wasn't asked of you, you're in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You're
Like
going
if,
down.
if,
Yeah,
if a
for
cop
sure.
approaches you because whatever, some disturbance, and the first thing out of your mouth is, I didn't hit her. You
My
hit-
kids
you
do
hit
that.
her.
Yeah.
My kids do that. If I walk in on my daughter and she's just done, and I'm like, hey, and she's like, nothing. I'm like, nothing. What do you mean nothing? So
Yeah.
something. I just said, hey.
Well, going back to this, her eyelids were drooping, partially invading her pupils. I've never heard someone be drunk and described that way. Her eyelids were invading her pupils. That's a quote. The deputy wrote in the police report. Somebody's writing a book on the side.
Yeah. I'm the next Flannery O'Connor. Look at me.
Yeah. And they're telling his sergeants, like, Rick, I'm not going to tell you again. You don't need the flourishes in your report. Okay? The wind did not come sweeping across your hood as you careened into the...
No,
it
just was...
It was 65 degrees, right?
Darkness did not creep over this town like a stalking coyote.
Wouldn't it be great, though, if that was a cop's report?
Oh, my God. If cops reports were just so beautifully written that you're just like, God, this is lyrical.
It was the best of crimes.
It was the worst of crimes.
Excellent,
Okay.
Dan. Nicely done. Nicely done.
She seemed to be relaxed as her radio was loud and she was dancing in her seat.
Yeah.
That's seat dancing. I detected the odor of an alcoholic beverage emitting from inside the vehicle. She said she had consumed 2 shots of liquor while working at Lux Showgirls. That's LUXXX. And if I had thought ahead, I would have gone on Yelp to see some reviews for Lux.
Yeah.
Lux Showgirls, a gentleman's club on Farmington Road in West Peoria. She did not specify her job at the club. Although I will say this article wrote she did not
Dishwasher, Dan. She's a dishwasher.
Coat check.
What difference does it make? Who cares? That's a weird thing. Who cares? She works at Lux. That's all you need to know.
I completely agree. Whether or not she's a sex worker has nothing to do with her ability to let her eyelids invade her pupils.
Thank you.
She agreed to exit her car and take field sobriety tests, but she twice interrupted the process. Quote, she wanted to dance and sing a song that she could hear on the loud radio from her car. She even apologized, saying, I just really love this song. They do not say what song it is, but if it's anything by Seals and Crofts, I endorse I endorse it wholeheartedly.
I have the Lux Showgirls Facebook page coming up.
Of course you do.
Get out of here.
Coming up. Stop. Lux Show.
Lux
Showgirls.
Does it have a rating?
Let's take a look.
Dan, if she coming from a showgirl place, it could be anything in the white snake canon. It could be
certainly luxury adult entertainment performers from all over the country. Yeah, so
I'm going to be honest. It's sophisticated. Lux Showgirls. It's not what I thought it would be. Like, this seems to be like a burlesque club.
Yes.
This is like this probably truly is a gentleman's club.
It is only for gentlemen.
True gentlemen come to this place.
Yeah, so now here is the club doing, and this is a post that they. Okay. So they said they now have, which I think is really being creative. I got to give it to Lux, drive-through where you can pull up and watch from a TV. So you're driving.
Why not just do that?
Why not just go on the internet? But still, you could get in your car and go drive.
I love this.
Isn't this?
Now, this is fantastic that you guys, it's like a fractal of dumb.
Yep.
It starts off, classic dumb, just a dumb drunk thing.
Right.
And you have zoomed into like what's got to be the height of dumb right now is that is people are driving to a TV screen.
Yep.
That's how they do.
That's it.
I agree.
That's how they
During
do it.
a pandemic.
Yeah.
You don't know how the shit's spreading. They're huffing in their cars,
That's
watching
right.
the TV screen, the breath drifting through the cloud,
The spray.
wind.
The spray.
Oh my God.
The spray that goes out there.
Wow.
So,
Well, but the other thing is the fact I can't believe they wouldn't put what song it was in this article. He was so focused on details, the guy who wrote up the report.
but he wouldn't tell you what song. All right, so song is playing. She's dancing. She's got the music in it. She had 2 shots, which means
I bet it's Hagar Van Halen.
Yeah, okay. So she had 2 shots, which Duncan, that means she had what? 7, 8?
7, 8, mescaline, probably.
Right.
The combination
Somebody found a jar of ludes out in the under the.
2 means 8. That's just let's just get
Add
to that.
5.
8 shots.
Add 5 or
Probably
6.
some cocaine.
Yep.
A slight, like half a Xanax.
Yep. Half a Zans.
sure.
There you go. Okay.
She says she kept apologizing, saying, "I really love this song," which I love. I love courtesy.
I'm
with
sorry,
drunken
but I
people.
love this song. Meaning that she has no control over what's happening. The song has control over
Moved.
her.
Music has moved her.
The I'm sorry means I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing.
Right. The flubbing.
Wow.
While flubbing portions.
Maybe
of
it's
a-
some.
Go ahead.
Maybe it's like what H.P. Lovecraft's thing, you know, like the trumpets of Cthulhu or something, which is why the officer is writing like that. Her eyelids invading her pupils. A darkness from inside her, something ancient that has always been here. The sound of trumpets and flutes maddening from her Camaro's radio.
From her IROC T-top. Yeah. I got you.
2 shots of adrenochrome.
Well, while she was flubbing portions of the heel-to-toe test, she said she had, quote, been distracted by the good music on the car radio. So she's blaming that, according to the report, which did not note the names of any of the distracting songs. Like, why do you put that? You don't include the songs.
Include the songs.
After the deputy turned off the radio, he asked if she would take a breath test. She agreed and blew an alcohol concentration level of what percent? How high?
666.
Mark of the beast.
So if you're familiar with blood alcohol, and we've become very familiar with it, 0.08 is legally drunk. Okay. 0.1 is pretty bad. 0.2 is really bad. 0.3 is you're just pouring vodka on the breathalyzer. So if 0.08 is legally drunk, what do you think she's at?
Oh, I'm gonna say I don't know, one, not very close to 1.
Okay,
0.1.
0.1.
We'll
Okay.
go 0.1.
Jay, what do you think?
I'm going to say she's at a 0.18.
0.18 from
I
Jason's
think she's
score.
at a 0.23.
0.23.
This is the best Price is Right.
It's so
I
good.
love this. It's so
This is-
great.
I know. It's fun to guess.
Okay. She agreed and blew. And we've got a couple more things after this, so we're not out yet. She agreed and blew a blood alcohol concentration percentage of 0.204.
Oh,
She's up
Randy.
there.
Wow.
She's up there.
She's up there. And the crazy thing about it is, you know, a lot of times when people blow, whatever they blow on their breathalyzer is pretty much equal to their grade point average as when they were seniors in high school.
That's not too bad. So the more of a drunk you are, the smarter you
Well,
are.
2.0 is good. 0.2 is
Yeah, 0.2 is terrible.
It's
Yeah.
Well, you move.
0.2 is awful.
awful.
After the deputy then handcuffed the woman and led her back to the back of a squad car, she asked if she would be fed at the Peoria County Jail.
Such a weird question.
She also I don't know, if you're that drunk,
You
I'm
gotta
ready
get-
for any food.
Mop up, as Matt
Yeah.
Bronger said, soak up the night there.
Yep. She also asked if her incarceration put her at risk for a particular sexual act, but the deputy advised her that she could post bond. So he didn't even say no. He just said
you can post
can
bond,
post
man.
bond.
So she offered sexuality.
no, she wanted to know if she was going to be a victim of a particular sex. I think she just wanted to know if anybody was going to have sex with her if she got put in jail.
Yeah.
During the transport to jail, she asked the deputy to take her through a fast food drive-through.
Can I stop you for just one moment?
Yes.
She was hungry. She's hungry.
Yes.
That means she's super hungry because the order of concern there
Is-
was
Of
not,
course.
am I going to be assaulted?
Right.
It's, is there food?
Yes,
And
at
then
jail.
is someone going to sexually attack me?
Yeah, that's her
That
order.
person is ravenous.
That
They're
is-
not paying enough at Lux.
No, they're
No,
not
no,
paying
they
enough
aren't,
at
and
all.
They
they're
aren't
not
offering
letting
snacks in the
They're
green
not
room.
letting them go to the buffet. That's just the problem.
So as I was saying, during the transport to jail, as Duncan correctly pointed out, she then asked the officer to take her through a fast food drive-through. This is all she wants, is to eat.
Starving.
starving.
Look, you got me. I danced to music. I messed up the heel-toe test. Can we now eat?
And you know she's saying, like, can I get my last meal? You're not going to the chair.
Right.
Yeah.
The deputy who found that request, quote unquote, odd, drove. How many has he never dealt with a drunk person that wants to
come
eat?
on, man.
Drove straight to the jail. At the jail, while the arresting deputy filled out paperwork near the woman, she said, "Now he is looking down, writing, filling out paperwork.
Yeah.
He hears her say, quote, 'I'm not taking these out.' As the deputy recounted, I looked up from the paper and she had pulled down her top, exposing her breast and pointing towards her nipple rings.
Yep.
I turned my head away and yelled at her
Oh,
to put her
boy.
breast back in her shirt.
Yep.
And I advised her that she cannot expose herself like that inside the facility. At which point she asked if they could go outside the facility so she could do it there. I'm joking. I made that last part up. She said it does say
God.
he told her you got to put your tit away, and then it says she apologized and complied, which I also a shameful tit exposure. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
You know
I'm
what?
sorry.
The music got to me earlier.
My bad.
and
That's
now-
My bad. That one's on me. That's not on you guys. That one's on me.
Right.
Yeah.
She later admitted that she had drunk. How many shots did you guys guess?
She said 2. Duncan, how many shots do you think she had?
She admits it.
She said 2, but what do you think that actually means?
Jesus, I don't know what that. I don't. It's not just shots. I mean, it's who knows if
It's bottles.
Who knows?
It's
It was-
bottles.
But you said a number earlier. Do you remember what it was?
Did you say 9 earlier? I think.
9 or something.
Okay,
Yeah, I went
okay.
low. I shouldn't have.
I'm going
I don't
plus-
know why. I
plus
kind of
5.
trusted
Plus 5?
her. I didn't hear the whole story.
So you say 7, I say 8, and Duncan says 9.
Okay. All
Can
right.
guys? I just have to say this. This is where I'm stuck. All of this is dumb beyond dumb, but I just keep thinking like this club Lux
Yeah.
in Peoria,
Yep.
Yeah.
because they have like a TV
Yeah.
outside of their place and haven't figured out that their dancers could just as easily dance from home
That's
On
right.
Twitch.
and stream that to
Through
the
the
TV,
TV.
outside the place.
That's right.
They're like, and then inside the satanic club,
Yeah.
where there are no people except the dancers,
Yep.
Right.
getting hammered in front of a webcam
Yep.
that's projecting outside the club.
Yep.
They're putting everyone at risk.
Everyone.
It's-
Everyone.
This is the wet market. This is Wuhan. This is the thing that we've got to stop this shit,
Lux,
man.
their slogan is putting people at risk since 1997. This is like long before. That's what they were founded on.
Right.
we based
Jesus.
this club on putting people at risk.
All right. You ready for how many shots she had?
Yes.
She later admitted that she had drunk 4 shots of liquor at home before going to Lux, where she then had 2 double shots of liquor for a total of 8.
8.
Yes.
That was
There
you,
you
Rand.
go.
That was
Yeah.
me. I'll
Wow.
According to the report, when asked if she felt intoxicated, she said yes. She was then cited for DUI and disregarding the stop sign. She was released from jail after posting a $100 bond.
There you go. That's story number 1 down in the books.
Wow.
When we come back, Duncan Trussel has a brand new
Animated
show on Netflix that looks amazing. We're going to talk to him about it. This is Dumb People Town. Stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, Randy Sklar here. I wanted to just talk about how we're all feeling right now in this elevated stress level that we are all experiencing with basically the new realities of working from home, financial uncertainty, social distancing, the fact that you have to be a teacher to your kids. Just the overall stresses of our lives have disrupted our lives so much that it's no wonder that many of us are lying awake at night and can't sleep. I'm definitely one of those people, feeling sluggish, irritable, downright exhausted. That doesn't help you the next day. And you say to yourself, all I was doing was in my house the whole day. It's not good for your immune system. You need a good night's sleep. And that is why, and this is the truth, I turn to the clinically proven sleep aid, Max Sleep. I've used it on nights that I haven't been able to sleep. It works, which guarantees your best night's sleep in just 3 days or your money back. Max Sleep contains a patent-pending combination of natural ingredients specifically proven to optimize alpha brainwaves for a calmer mind and better sleep. It contains full spectrum of CBD with 0 THC, so you get all the benefits without any of the high. And in a recent clinical study, Max Sleep participants improved their quality of sleep and felt more rested after only 3 nights. I'm telling you, it works. They improved overall wellness and they feel more alert with no morning grogginess. I know I woke up and I felt a lot better and felt like I had gotten that full night of sleep that I needed. Many of you probably don't even remember what it feels like to have a good night's sleep. Again, I'm here to tell you that you can finally get that full 8 hours of sleep, blissful sleep. You wake refreshed with tons of energy. Believe me, Omax Sleep, with its proprietary CBD blend is incredible and you feel the difference. Again, I'm telling you, I used it. I was not sleeping well. I could not fall asleep. It took me a while to fall asleep, but I used it and I started to sleep a lot better. Omax is offering our listeners 20% off their first bottle of Max Sleep plus free shipping. And if you don't experience your best night's sleep in just 3 nights, you can return it for a full refund. But I'm here to tell you, you're not going to want a refund. You are going to sleep better and they are that confident of it. I'm that confident of it. So if you're ready to relax your mind, get your best night's sleep ever, you need to try Max Sleep. Go to Omax, O-M-A-X, health.com today and enter the code DPT to get 20% off a 1-month supply plus free shipping. And if you don't have your best night's sleep in just 3 nights, return it for a full refund. That's omaxhealth.com to get free shipping and 20% off site-wide with the code DPT. Again, omax.com and use the code DPT.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 8989 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 8989. Enjoy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. We got Duncan Trussel with us. First of all, he's got a great podcast. You're still doing that, correct, sir?
Duncan Trussel Family Hour.
Duncan Trussel Family Hour. Yep.
So good, so smart, so interesting. Literally brings up everything you want to be talking about and in the deepest, most thoughtful way. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so
Thank you.
Subscribe
Thank
to that.
you.
And funny.
And funny, all that stuff. And then talk to us a little bit about how this Netflix show came together, because we saw the trailer and
It's you combined with one of the creators of Adventure Time, which if you're an Adventure Time fan.
Pendleton.
Yes. So freaking good, that show. That show was just, I mean, it was one of those shows that like kids watched and adults watched, and you're just like, there's something for everyone in it. But I watched the trailer for your show. First of all, tell people what it is, how they can see it, and then just explain about it, because it is fascinating and beautiful.
Well, thank you. What happened is I got an email in the early days of my podcast from Pendleton saying he liked the podcast. And that was, in those days, I was like blown away that anyone was listening at all.
Sure.
Because that was before the big podcast boom or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe it that the guy who made Adventure Time was listening to it. And then Pendleton and I, we hung out a few times. He came and did the podcast with Jesse Moynihan, who was the background artist on the show. Mm-hmm. And at some point after that, he left Adventure Time, and then he like emailed me and said, "I've got an idea about maybe a way to animate your podcast." And I, like, my heart just jumped in my chest. I was so excited.
Awesome.
We went and had coffee, and then at the end of the coffee, he just said, "Man, I'm just really busy. I'm sorry. I don't see how we're going to be able to do it. I tried to act like I just wasn't shattered." I'm like, that's good, man.
Yeah.
Your voice gets higher. Your voice keeps getting
later.
like, do I pay for the coffee on this thing too?
But then like a year later after that, he called me and he said, "Let's do that idea." And then, and it was, the idea was real simple at that time, which was just he realized that if you take podcast dialogue and put it to, like, the way he put it is like put podcast dialogue to Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. So this action is happening while people are having these like spiritual, heady, sometimes didactic conversations. It's funny. It's just this naturally funny, and also kind of poignant if you make the situation that these conversations are happening in the apocalypse. And so that's kind of when we started working on it, we realized, well, let's make this a show about a guy named Clancy who has a multiverse simulator that he's not taking care of. So all the universes inside of it are going through various apocalypses or I don't know what the plural of apocalypse is.
Apocalypse.
I think technically you can't have more than one, right?
Apocalypses. Apocalypses, because they're like ellipses.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I should know that by now.
Yeah, because usually you only need one apocalypse.
One apocalypse kind of takes care of everything.
You usually don't have more than one.
But if you have a multiverse simulator, you're screwed.
Infinite.
Yeah.
Infinite apocalypse. And so, it was the best, man. We like had a writer's room for 2 weeks, like a writer's Summit is what they called it. And Weird Al came in for a week and helped us.
He's the best. He's
man,
the best.
That he is the best. And Emo Phillips came in.
Oh, nice.
And we had Maja Da'u, who's this witch in Echo Park, the white witch of the Witch of the Dawn is what she calls herself.
Great.
Jason Louv, who's this occult scholar, and then comics. But basically for 2 weeks, we just had everyone come up with all the ways that the world can end. For 2 weeks, we just came up with like so many different types of doom scenarios and then picked a few of those, and those kind of became the episodes of the show.
That's how we got COVID-19.
Yep.
That's unbelievable.
And now I'm telling you, this to me is the part that's like that. It was already sitting in a room with like Pendleton Ward and Weird Al. I felt like that kind of vertigo, like this is a dream.
Yeah, sure.
You're just going to wake up. This is, the guy, brilliant Pendleton made Adventure Time. I grew up listening to Weird Al. None of it made any sense anyway. It was just too amazing. And then to also now the world is going through a mini apocalypse when a show about the apocalypse.
This is the only time it could be released. This is the only time it could be released.
It's so weird, man, and like poignant and kind of awful. It's like on one level, I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing. Then you remember, fuck, people are dying and losing their jobs.
I mean, you should spin it. You should spin it that Netflix is just that good at marketing.
It's some they
actually caused an apocalypse just so they could release your show. That's just incredible guerrilla marketing.
I'm terrified. I smoke enough weed that I have thought things like, did they have an AI over there that is so powerful?
No.
That it's like telling them, oh yeah, we're going to have a pandemic coming up. So do some shows about the apocalypse. I don't know, but to me, it's a little too on the nose.
No, it's amazing. And your story right now, and then we'll jump into another story. And I can't wait. When does it premiere, by the way? And the name of it?
April 20th.
April 20th.
And it's called The Midnight Gospel.
The Midnight Gospel, Clancy.
So this comes out on Tuesday.
This one will drop on Tuesday the 14th, I believe. That's
so then the following Monday.
Following Monday, I want everyone to watch this show and go on to Netflix, give it 5 stars. First of all, you guys will love it. It is so deep and interesting and cool. And do whatever you need to do to get yourself in the mood to watch it. I'm assuming this is a great show to watch while completely zooted out. But even still, if you're completely fine and you're completely sober.
2
shots,
quote unquote.
2 puffs.
But I will just say your story, the way you just described it, is what I would tell everyone, which is be who you are, believe in what you're doing, and organically people will come to it. Like this guy Pendleton came to your show because he found it because you were just doing what you believed in and what you thought was great that so many people came to. I mean, your podcast is extraordinarily popular because you speak the truth and because you are really interesting. And so this guy came to it, and it didn't work out. Okay, it just didn't work out at the exact
first time
that it happened. But a year, you never know. So a year, you keep doing what you're doing, you keep getting better at it, and then a year later, he's like, "Let's try this thing." And the next thing you know, you have an animated series coming out on Netflix, which is for many people, it's the gold standard. So I'm just so proud of you, and I'm so psyched for you, buddy.
Thanks. Well, I got to say this real quick, both of you, man. I was working at the Comedy Store, and I was nervous to talk to either of you on the phone. Y'all were crushing it at the Comedy Store. It was like, you know what I mean? So like, it's just surreal that I get to be talking about my show now with both of you because you're just so damn funny. And man, it's like even this is like kind of weird to me because I don't know if you remember.
Sure,
you guys
we love talking to you.
Spots and I got to talk to you. I get like nervous.
No, we loved it. It actually made us love that aspect of it and getting to know sort of younger comics as we were there in 99, the early 2000s and moving up. Mid 2000s was like, it was the best. For us, it was like a chance for us to stay connected with younger comics coming up, and look where we are right now. So, all right, let's jump into another story.
Cool. You ready?
Yes. Let's
do it. Here we go. Sent it by Jake Roney. I'm going to read you the headline. Thanks, Jake. He's 2 for 2 on this episode.
He's doing great.
Woman sues Chuck E. Cheese after
You
alleging.
can stop right there. Woman sues Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, this is pre stay at home orders.
Now, do you have to read it in like, because you know how everything is elevated when you go to court? Like the woman's like, so and so against Charles E. Cheese.
Yes, you have to. Woman sues Chuck E. Cheese after alleging that her hair got stuck in a ticket machine.
Okay, so I've been to many a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese.
They serve beer at
serve
Chuck E.
beer.
Cheese.
Oh, yeah, by the
They do.
pitcher. Yeah.
But
Wow.
so the ticket, the way they do it there, which is what they do is you get on certain games and then it spits out like a bunch of tickets. But then you can't just come up to their counter where you redeem them and just turn in a giant pile of tickets. They make you go to these other ticket machines and you plug in your tickets and then it prints out a thing that says like 847. And then you take that sheet all in an effort to try and make things easier on the people at
So
the
you
front.
can get a Frisbee.
So you can take
So you get a Frisbee that you'll never use.
not even a
I would.
Frisbee. It's like I took like 1,300 tickets up to the front and I was like, what can we get with 1,300 tickets? And they're like, you can buy this replica ticket. That's all you can buy for 1,300 tickets.
Are you?
Frame ticket.
It's like you get one.
Well,
But it's like that. So
it goes right into blowholes, man.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese, it's been proven that 90% of plastic they find in dead marine animal carcasses comes from Chuck E. Cheese. That's proven.
that's a fact.
That's scientific fact.
That is science. No, it's crazy in there, and they have a weird animatronic Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I know.
And what's crazy, and my son was at a birthday party where my daughter, so my son's 11, my daughter's 6, so she's just there, happy to be there. My son pointed out that there's an animatronic giant Chuck E. Cheese thing, and then for the party, an
guy
actual guy
dressed
in the
as
mascot suit
Chuck.
comes out, and my son was like, who's the real one? Because this guy is, and then I'm like, are we in like a conspiracy theory moment right
This
now?
feels like an episode of
Duncan Trussel Family
Family
Hour. Because you're like, wait, who is the guy?
Who is the real Chuck?
I
E.
was
Cheese?
going to say Westworld. It's Westworld.
Yeah,
what the
baby.
fuck?
It is
Your
West-
kid
Dolores.
is brilliant.
Yeah,
That's like bending my mind.
That's a brilliant-
I thought it was going to... Holy shit. It's like a Zen koan. Who is the real
Chuck E.
Charles
Cheese. Charles E.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Okay.
Charles Edward
And what
Cheese.
does the E stand for?
I don't know.
Entertainment. A woman is suing a family entertainment center. That is the most official way to call Chuck E. Cheese. A woman is suing a family entertainment center after she alleges that her hair got stuck in a machine at the location in Southeast Portland. Keeping it strange up there.
Keeping it weird.
Ashrina Scott is suing CEC Entertainment, so that's the official parent company of Chuck E. Cheese.
Entertainment.
Also known as Chuck
Wow.
E. Cheese Family Fun Center, for $1,000.
I can't believe Trump defunded the CEC.
I can't believe he defunded
At this time.
That's how we ended up here. That's how her hair got stuck. The team that
you
was
guys
supposed to be
don't
there was-
understand the amount of diseases the CEC kept out.
She alleges that the business was negligent. In addition to the money, Scott has asked for a jury trial. That's a little much.
Oh my God.
Well, at this day and age, you probably would find 12 people to be like, yeah, get him. Get Chuck. Get his ass. Scott has asked for a jury trial and that Chuck E. Cheese put an adequate warning sign next to the ticket counting machine. If your hair gets stuck in a ticket counting machine,
That's on
that's
you.
got to be on you.
So
You're not paying attention.
Dan pointed this out a couple months ago, or maybe it was like several months ago. Like, there are no more accidents anymore. And I don't know if you realize
Right.
this either. Like, if something happens, people are like, it's their company's fault.
Right. If someone trips on the
Yeah.
ground and that root was up under the
Right.
cement and they didn't tell me and now you got to pay me for
If you fall into the Grand,
Sure.
it used to be if you fell into the Grand Canyon, that's on you.
You made a
You were
mistake.
standing at the edge. You
Yeah.
didn't accidentally get to the edge of the Grand Canyon.
Now it's like, let's bankrupt this
Right.
donkey
National Park.
company.
Yeah. Well, nearly. I love a good donkey company. Neither Scott nor her attorney could immediately be reached for comment. That is not the way to handle when you're suing someone. You want to comment.
Yeah.
According to the lawsuit, Scott was at the Chuck E. Cheese on Southeast 92nd Avenue in
Portland, Oregon.
Southeast,
on
yep.
Powell Boulevard on December 8th when she got her hair caught in the machine where players feed paper tickets which can be redeemed for prizes. Jason
Wow.
was on.
Jason was right.
The lawsuit states that she was stuck with her hair in the machine for how many minutes before a Chuck E. Cheese employee was able to free her. You are our guest, Duncan. Do you want to go first, second, or third? First, second, third.
Let me go third. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just Googling other historical events on December 8th. You guys go ahead.
Don't worry
Jay,
about
you
it.
go ahead. So I'm going to say she was in there for 36 minutes because when you want a Chuck E. Cheese employee, you can't find them. They're not there very much.
Agreed.
They're not there that often.
I'm going to say she was in there for 27 minutes.
27 minutes. All right.
Wow. Look, man, I feel like I'm going to bomb on this one too. I'm going to say an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
So
She's stuck in
90
this thing.
minutes.
She ate her pizza and drank her beer at the machine.
Yes. That with her hair.
With her hair stuck in it?
Right.
Being pulled in.
Okay, ready? She was, where was I? Okay, the lawsuit states she was stuck until a Chuck E. Cheese employee was able to free her. It caused her injuries, discomfort, and headaches because she was stuck in the machine for 20 minutes.
20 minutes? I was
20 minutes.
That's a long 20 minutes.
That's
if
a
you're
lot.
in there.
I mean, is it the scene from 16 Candles where there's like a drunk
Like
person
everyone's-
behind her with the scissors cutting through her hair,
Oh, God.
taking it out?
Yep. Court documents say that before filing the lawsuit, Scott issued Chuck E. Cheese's insurance company a written demand to pay the negligence claim, but the insurance company refused to settle. I'll be honest. This is a frivolous lawsuit, but $1,000 does seem like an ask that you would have gotten paid from. Like
Sure.
if your hair got stuck in the machine and you're asking a large national company for $1,000, they'd be like, just
CEC.
pay her.
Yeah,
Just pay her $1,000. We're done with this.
They're like, nope.
Yeah.
yeah, but now they said, no, we'll go to jury. You want to
They're
take
like,
Chuck? You want
what
to take
if-
Chuck to
What
jury?
if they said, we won't give you $1,000, but we'll give you 1,000 tickets?
She probably would have taken it.
I know. They're like,
Great.
what? She's like, what does that get me? That gets your hair caught in the machine again.
It's an endless loop.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll be, okay, how about this? Sam Kinison was born on this day.
So
Famous
Ooh.
comedian
And
Sam
you know where
Kinison.
Sam's from? Peoria, Illinois.
Is he really?
He's from downstate Illinois. Yeah, which is where
Shit.
the first
Unfortunately,
story.
where the first story happened.
So
Oh my
this-
God, we're drawing connections here, you guys.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure he's from
See?
Peoria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess who else? Ann Coulter.
Oh, my God. Talk about a buzzkill.
See, now we're getting it. Now we're figuring out this is a cursed day.
This is a cursed
Wow.
day. You knew hair would get caught.
This is some Westworld shit. We're in the maze now, boys.
Yep.
Yeah, we're deep in the maze. But, I got to say, this situation, as you're describing it, I was thinking it like pulled her scalp off or something.
No.
Like,
It just pulled
Just an
her.
inconvenience. Just a little hair pull.
The fact that she said she had headaches from it. I mean, I can understand it maybe hurting your head that day.
No.
Headache seems like this is. It's not like the machine gave you Agent Orange.
This is why you go to Dave and Buster's.
And let me tell you
Yeah.
something. It's not like the machine reaches out and gets you.
You
You
had
have
to be.
to plug stuff into it.
I know. Well, we'll get out of here on this. A Chuck E. Cheese manager at the Southeast 92nd location wouldn't comment on the suit, but they did say that the ticket machines do currently have signs in front of them warning people that their hair could get caught, which means it's happened enough.
So that's on her.
Yeah, but also, if it's happening enough, you got to put a sign up. Get a new machine.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Every time I
think-
see a sign, I'm like, whatever you see a sign warning you for anything, it's because it happened enough for someone to realize it was a problem,
So now you
talk
put a
to
sign-
other people about it, make the sign,
Or
and put the
put.
sign
So what
up.
about
What's the
What's the tipping point?
I think you got to put a little plastic thing over where you insert the things. That way nothing
A
can
little
go in.
shield, like a
Little,
little
like,
shield that doesn't
over-
allow hair to go underneath it.
A little plastic
It could
overshoot.
be they use the hair. The hair could be used to like patch up
Yeah.
the Chuck E. Cheese outfit.
They
What if
need
they
the hair.
build the costume out of human hair that gets stuck in the machine?
We built
Oh,
this
fuck,
Chuck E.
man.
Cheese on people's hair.
Inside the Chuck E. Cheese could be some clone.
We don't.
They could be
don't
taking
know.
the hair and cloning people,
Okay,
that's
so
a good
how
call,
about
too.
this?
throwing them in vats.
Okay, so this is something we used to say in our stand-up, which I'm so dying to hear your thought about this. Remember, like when we cloned a sheep, Dolly the sheep, from a cell from another sheep. Okay,
Yes.
we cloned the sheep successfully, and that sheep lived, and then you didn't hear about cloning ever again. That tells we haven't heard about it at all. Now, that tells me that like they've cloned full nations of people, and they all live underneath the Denver airport.
And they're crisis actors, and that's who they use for crisis
They're
actors
crisis-
and school shooting victims.
Crisis
They're
act?
clones.
No, I'm not saying that. It is just
No, this is one of my favorite conspiracy theories. and there was a period. It's weird. Conspiracy theories have seasons, where like suddenly without one will become popular. But they remember, I can't remember the sportscaster's name, but all of a sudden he just stopped moving. Like he froze up and looked like a robot for a second. Remember that?
Yes.
And everybody was saying that's a clone.
Oh my God.
And the clone, like the signal got disrupted.
Yeah, he shorted out.
Yeah, he shorted out.
Do you remember? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I wish I could remember who that was.
I wish I could remember who it was, but Jay's going to look it up. All right,
that's going to do it for story number 2.
That's story number 2. Can you give us a little taste of what we're going to see in the final segment?
Teacher of the Year, maybe?
Teacher of the Year, Duncan Trussel is with us. He's got a brand new show on Netflix that's going to premiere next week. It's an animated show. It just sounds amazing. You and Pendleton from Adventure Time.
The trailer is unreal.
The Midnight Gospel. It's just fantastic. We'll come back with one quick story right after this, so stay with us.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town. Hello, friends. Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome. My name is Gabe Gibbs, and I'm the humble host of your new favorite podcast called Musicals That Never Made It. This podcast is an exhibition of a bunch of wonderful up-and-coming musicals that have yet to up-and-come. You see, my writing partner Josh Collier and I have been writing top-notch musicals for decades. Our ideas come quickly, like lightning, and we must obey our genius, so we don't overthink, we don't take feedback, and we don't do any rewrites. Why would we? Do you think that Stephen Sondheim takes notes? Don't make me laugh. So each episode, we have a new Broadway bigwig come in and sing our sweet music for your listening ears. The shows are incredible, the guests are fantastic, and the host is handsome as can be. I know it's a podcast, but you can tell. So be sure to listen and subscribe to Musicals That Never Made It, wherever you get your podcasts, and help us get one step closer to the Tony Awards we so clearly deserve. These are the musicals that never made it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Duncan Trussel is our guest. We've been wanting him on the show for a long time. And now that we're doing this virtual one, the next time when we can all gather together, we'll have you back on the show again.
I hope so, man. That would be real nice.
And I want to tell everybody to be checking out your guys' daily podcast. You have like 19 different names for it, but why don't you just call it your Daily Scarborough
It's
Fix?
the Daily Scarborough Country, the Virus Edition, a.k.a. the Pandy Pods, a.k.a. the Basement Takes, a.k.a. Two Guys, One Couch. And Daniel Van Kirk has a daily one as well.
A nightly one
called The Good Night Show.
It's a Good Night Show.
Listen to us during the day, listen to Dan at night.
And we just launched a YouTube channel where we're putting all of our clips. It's called Scarborough Country. We want to get tons of people to sign up for it. So
please, if you're listening to this show, go over to youtube.com/.
It'll have stand-up. It'll have
Country.
the full episodes of the Virus Edition because we only put clips up on our thing, but the full episodes on video will be there. We're going to have Cheap Seats clips up there. When we are able to convene again, we're going to put new clips of Cheap Seats on there. So anyone who's a fan of this show and anyone who's a fan of what we do, it's free to subscribe. We just want to get those subscriberships up.
Go to youtube.com and look up Scarborough Country.
Nice.
All right,
okay,
let's
you
jump
ready
into
for
the
this?
last story.
Cool.
Okay.
Sent in by, and there was a vacuum created for people to send me stories. That's the first person I think who's ever done this. Sent in by Jake Groney, at Jake Groney.
He got all three today. Good for him, man.
Thanks, Jake.
It's
I really
Grony.
Really appreciate you out there, man, sending me so many stories during this time. I know that everybody has a lot to worry about, and to be able to give us more content as we put this out for everybody, I really appreciate it. All right, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Should I just read you the headline?
Yes.
CNY, which is that's schooling in New York, right?
Yes.
I thought it was Crosby, Stills, and Nash, but that's right.
CNY, teaching assistant, pays student to punch classmate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
God.
look, so we're at an age now where adults can't hit kids anymore. But there are times where I would say, like, if one of your kids was being a dick and you could get the other one to hurt them for you,
You'd be like, I'm going to give you $20.
there's $20. Just go kick him in the nuts.
Police arrested this is a short, quick story. Police arrested a teaching assistant for allegedly paying one student to punch another. On Friday, deputies arrested Lisa Hutchinson.
I did not think this was a woman. I did not. By the way, good good that this is a woman.
of Whitesboro, who is teaching assistant at New Hartford BOCES. I don't even know what that means. Police found that Hutchinson made a deal with a student to punch another student for her. She allegedly paid the first student how much money? Do you guys think, Lisa Hutchinson, what's the going rate to get someone to punch another kid?
Duncan, what do you think?
I'm not good at $10. I don't know, man.
That actually feels pretty good. I was going to say 1,000 Chuck E. Cheese tickets, but I could be wrong.
That's $5.
It's $5. No, I think she did it for $20. A 20 would do
Jason?
$50. Punch this kid, and we'll never speak of this again.
Okay, I will tell you right now that one of you is exactly right. So we get to play another game called Who Do You Think Is Right? Duncan, you can go first, second, or third.
My confidence has been shattered.
So who do you think
by
is
this
right?
day.
Do you think it's me or Jay?
Fuck it, I'm right.
You're right. Okay, good. I love
good
it.
for you.
I think I'm right.
Okay,
I think I'm right. I see 50, and it's clear to me.
Lisa Hutchinson allegedly paid the student $50.
Yes.
To punch the other.
Sorry, Duncan. Jay's so good at this.
You ready for the best part of this story?
Yep.
The student received the money from her, but did not hit the other student.
Oh, that's so much better.
Doesn't that give you a little bit of faith in humanity? Be like, all right, I'm going to
I'll
fuck
take
over
your
this.
money, and then I'll tell on you, and you'll get arrested.
Hutchinson
Did she Venmo it?
Hutchinson has been charged with 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child.
Yeah.
She was released on an appearance ticket from Chuck E. Cheese and will be arraigned at the New Hartford Town Court at a later date. We will close out this episode by me asking you guys, how old do you think Lisa Hutchinson is? At what age does a teacher's assistant have had enough with one student that they pay $50
for another kid to take care of it?
Because you know this woman's waking up in the middle of the night from dreams of strangling the student
hates
that she
this
hates.
kid.
Right.
I gotta handle this on the schoolyard, but use my sort of delegate or surrogate to take care of it.
Right. And I can't wait for that kid. Both of those kids, I can't wait for their college entrance essay when they're like, the time I almost got hit or how I made money from my teacher.
Okay. So how old do you
And
think
also,
she is?
like, she's a pretty dumb teacher because you don't pay someone until the job is done, or you put
That's
half,
right.
half
Half.
up now,
Yeah, yeah,
25
Half
when
later.
it's complete.
Or rip the bill in half.
Yeah,
tape
that's
it
even
together
better.
or
Tape it
something.
when, yeah, that's right. So how old do you think she is?
God, I don't know,
I
man.
love it.
Like,
We've turned you around here.
I feel I'm just a mess. I don't know, like 26.
26 years old.
By the way,
from
this
Duncan
is the way
Trussell.
I feel. This is the way I felt after watching the trailer for the Midnight Gospel. I don't even know what's up. I don't know what's down.
but I'm into it.
I'm like, what
But I'm having
multiverse?
fun.
What multiverse
I'm gonna
are we
tell you,
in?
just
That's
like- I'm gonna tell you,
apocalypsing.
Duncan, just from watching that trailer, I felt my third eye start to open up.
Oh hell yes!
Ooh, good. Well, that's in there. We did that on purpose.
Oh,
That's
I
some
love it.
MK Ultra technology we wove into the show.
You
love it.
woke
Wait,
it up.
wait, who did the music for the trailer?
Yeah,
before
that
we get
song,
to
that
this?
music during that trailer is
You know,
unreal.
Joe Wong, who did the music for Russia's Doll, did the music for our show.
Wow.
And I don't know who did that
Okay,
trailer.
it's
That was
so
just
good.
Netflix. Just
Yeah,
put-
that's their
put that there.
department.
So-
Yeah.
God
I
damn,
love
it
that
was
song,
good.
though.
Yeah.
Me too. Okay. All right. So
cool.
26 from Duncan. Randy or Jason?
Jay, how old?
Jay says.
Duncan's on the right track because teachers' assistants tend to be younger. And I think this is kind of like young, dumb, like this is the solution. I think she's like 23.
Yeah, I'm
23
going to go
years old.
even younger. I say 22. She's
22
right out of
years old.
school.
Okay.
This is a
Okay.
rookie mistake. She's not
All right.
going to make it again. She's going to learn the hard way.
Okay. Let's find out which one of you is closest, and we will get out of here on this because Lisa Hutchinson.
Or, before you say this, she could be someone who's come to teaching late. And
Yes.
one of those people that just can't handle certain things.
Or she's like old school to the point of like, this is how we used to do it.
I think
That's
I'm going
right.
to change my thing from 22 to 56.
56 years old.
Okay.
Okay.
So the teacher's way younger than her. She's way out of control.
She's out of her depth.
Her husband is like, just go do something. Become a teacher's assistant. She is. And now she's in way overhead. She's
Yeah.
paying kids to beat other kids. $50 is a lot of money. She probably took it from maybe someone else in her family. 56.
All right. Lisa Hutchinson is 41 years old.
Holy
Duncan would have won because he was 15 years away, but Randy changed his answers, which put him 14 years
I
away.
said 56.
Oh, you
No,
did say
they
50?
tied.
Oh, you did
Good.
56.
Tied.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We
For some reason, I
tied.
thought you said 55.
But I was right in thinking she was
41.
older.
41 years old,
Isn't
Duncan.
that great? Oh
you
my
got to
God.
be real you got to really feel like you're out of options to pay
Yep.
one kid to punch another kid.
At 41.
Oh,
You're in
what
the
a
wrong
nightmare.
profession. You're in the wrong
well,
profession.
Thank you, Duncan Trussel, for
thanks for having
doing
me.
this. I want all of our fans out there, if you
I
want
cannot wait to watch your show on Netflix.
Thank you.
The Midnight Gospel, it comes out on the 20th of April. Everybody check it out. You will love it. I mean, you will thank us. And I want everyone to tweet at us and at Duncan Trussel and just thank us for telling them about this show, because I'm just so excited to see it. It's just going to be mind-blowing.
Y'all are the best. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for signal boosting the show and for letting me hang. Just so nice to see you in real life, but even in quarantine, pandemic times. Hopefully, we all get to hang out in person soon.
I really want to. All right, we are out, and everybody take care of yourselves. Be nice to each other. Be kind to each other. Stay distant, even though we've all socially contacted.
Stay distant, but stay connected.
Stay distant, but stay connected. That's a huge thing. And oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Starburns Audio.
A podcast network.